Hi guys, my name is Samantha Bandon, and I'm a second year forensics and bio major who has been recently elected as the new TACSU Director of Events. Now, before I get into the whole spiel of why I'm capable for the job or the position, I'd first like to say when I first came here last January, I was very standoffish towards TACSU, as some of you might know, because I felt TACSU was just this exclusive umbrella of Caribbean and African students that felt intimidating to students who weren't a part of that community. Now, as the year went on, and I've become more involved with TACSU through the TACSU rec dance team, being a part of events such as Afrobana, I have come to realize that that was not the case. TACSU is just really a safe haven where African and Caribbean students realize that our main priority is to maintain our culture. Our culture is our trademark, it is who we are. We're energetic, outgoing, probably the loudest group on campus, everybody knows that. So it is our main priority to maintain our culture. Now, as important as this is, it's also important for us to realize that we need to be inclusive to everyone else. And TACSU events is just really the common playing ground where everyone feels comfortable being a part of our culture, engaging and falling in love with who we are as TACSU. Now, people such as Ryan Newman, Sarah, are just a perfect example of people who have really become a part of TACSU through our events. They're just like living testimony to that. Now, given the significant role that Director of Events or our events play in the TACSU community, it is important to make sure that the new Director of Events is capable of the position and the role that comes with being the person who plans these events that bring the entire Trent community to be a part of TACSU. Now, personally, I like the whole process of planning. Seeing something move from phase 1 to phase 10 is just like cleaning your room. At the beginning, it's all chaos and mess, but at the end, you know, you clean clothes from your dirty clothes, and you don't share your bed with your clothes.
Slow down.
So, it's 5 minutes. So, planning events is just really something I like. Just seeing that end product really makes the headache and the chaos in the middle of it all worth it. Now, I do have experience in this area. As the current Autonomy College Cabinet off-campus representative, I have co-planned the OC Talent Quest and OC Country Night, which were both successful events. I personally do not like country, but with planning events, you need to realize that it's not about what you want to see, but it's being inclusive to everyone else's opinion, filtering that and coming out with the best end product. And because of that, the event was successful. As much as I'm a Caribbean person, a country night was successful. In terms of large-scale events, I'm also a member of the Trent Mother Planning Committee. We're in the final leg of planning. That is next Saturday. You guys should all come. And being a part of the Mother Committee has really taught me the importance of teamwork. Planning events mean working with a team, being open-minded, listening to other people's opinion, and just getting it to work as a team. And I plan, if elected, to work very closely with the elected PRO, to make sure that these events that I work with the entire team to plan are successful in terms of promotion. There's no point planning an event that people will not show to. So yeah, that's just basically a little brief idea of what experience I have in planning. Also, I haven't dug deep into brainstorming events for the coming year. But so far, off the top of my head, I've thought about 2 events. The first one is a TACSU dance battle, because as a TACSU group, we love to dance, but the thing is we usually dance together as a group. Now, seeing us split, going into our different groups, inviting our friends who are not African or Caribbean to just be a part of our little groups, participating in something as a dance battle, I think would be a good idea. Secondly, I've thought about a bonfire where we just share traditional folk stories, because the African and Caribbean culture is very much alike, but at the same time they're very diverse. And just engaging in such an intimate atmosphere, such as a bonfire, can really help us to realize the differences, the similarities, and just get to know our culture in a better sense. Now I know this is a little brief rundown of my capabilities, abilities, what I would like to see, but I hope it was enough to convince you guys to vote yes for Sam as the new TACSU Director of Events.
So, with being a Director of Events, there are tight deadlines. You have to communicate with your members to see if they will have a good turnout, and also you have to deal with community members so that if you have the venue and such. And I know you know all of that because of the college cabinet events. But say your communication with your executive teams is strained and you could not get a consensus on the dates and the venue. Would you personally decide what's best for the event, or you would try a different communication method to get to that end goal?
Okay, like I said before, inclusiveness and taking other people's opinion is important. I would not go ahead and just say this is the time and this is when it's going to happen in the place. I would try a different means of trying to get to them. There's messenger, phone call, text, WhatsApp, you name it. And if I need to get a bus and get to your house so you can give me an answer, I am going to come and knock on your door.
Okay, very well. So I'm opening the floor for a question. Guys, raise your hand if you have a question for Director of Events.
Don't be shy.
No? Okay, Jamal.
I know in terms of Director of Events, I was here last year, but I was here with Jessica Rogers, and me and Jessica Rogers started that entire process of events planning from the end of this year, so like around this time. So in terms of being prepared and going above and beyond, how, especially when we look at the fact that we have that period of summer and then coming back, that there's a period of actually focusing on what you're going to plan on doing before you start. So with your execs, how do you feel like you'll be bringing, do you think you'll be bringing to the table in terms of preparation and being prepared for the upcoming year? Like what would you be bringing that would make you want to go for you?
One of my favorite phrases, prior preparation prevents poor performance. Now, to plan a successful event usually takes like 3 months at least to get advertising going. So like you said, there's that grace period of summer. I would make sure that I have initial ideas in my head from before that I can discuss with the exec. See if we can come to a consensus on just like one event to come back and start with. And of course, try to reach out to like downtown businesses as well, because they are usually not the easiest people to get to. So I'd actually, if I'm calling, email, and I'm not getting a response, I'm going to show up at your business place just to make sure that we can have some base or ground place to work from when we get back.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Sancho.
I just want to know, you said you already have the platform. I'm giving your role in autonomy college, right? So what makes you so interested in doing the Director of Events position in TACSU?
Yes.
Like what platform does TACSU offer you that it doesn't already have?
Okay. Because I am Caribbean and TACSU is African Caribbean, it's just, yes, being a part of Autonomy College, it gives you're a part of a wider community. Like it's all the groups, all the different communities within Trent, and you do have that platform. But it's just like being a part of like a congregation in church, but you still have those church sisters where, you know, you meet up at their house before, on the weekend before church, or just family members who you're closer to. So I just feel like TACSU is just really like my place where we all have a common goal, and it's just about us putting together events that's really African and Caribbean. Yeah.
Right. Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much.